All right, we've done it. We've made it to the last stop in our PAX Rising Showcase series, and we are at arguably the busiest booth here with Sashimi Slayer. Who am I joined by today?
I'm Alex Ling. I was doing the hardware on this project.
Awesome. So, what is Sashimi Player? We've been hearing these really trendy beats and seeing people quick drawing blades so far Friday and Saturday. What is this game?
Yeah, so Sashimi Slayer is an alternative controller rhythm game. So this is the controller right here. This is a modified martial arts sword. So there's a gyroscope inside of here. You're aiming the sword around and then opening it to attack and slice these fish that you see coming at you. And then there's also some additional inputs down here for blocking and parrying and things like that.
Amazing. So, what gave you the inspiration for Sashimi Slayer? I mean, I'm definitely getting some Guitar Hero vibes, right?
For
in
sure.
terms of the hardware, but was that mainly it, or what other games kind of influenced it?
Yeah, so personally I was definitely inspired by Guitar Hero working on the hardware. I know some of our other developers were definitely inspired by Rhythm Heaven and Melatonin, some rhythm games like that.
Awesome. How long has this game been in development?
So we started about a year and a half ago. Initially this was a student project. We all met at UC Davis. So we kind of turned it in for a project, kind of forgot about it for a while, honestly.
Yeah.
And then back in March, we were exhibiting at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. And so once we got into GDC, we kind of started working on it again, started ramping things up again, so yeah.
Excellent. So what is obviously the gameplay loop is kind of these like rhythm games and attacking enemies. How long will the game be once the full one is complete? Like, what's the length of is it a narrative or is it just kind of like stages?
Yeah, so that's definitely something we're still figuring out. Currently, it's definitely it's built around exhibiting. We've been primarily exhibiting this. We haven't done a proper release yet. So right now, there's just the 3 levels. We have kind of a tutorial level, and then this is the Kraken that you're seeing right now, and then our hard level is a jellyfish. So we're still trying to figure out what exactly the entire scope of the game is, and obviously that depends on what platform we're releasing on. Because we're also considering right now it's on Mac and PC, but we're also considering a release potentially as an arcade cabinet, as something that has kind of like a higher buy-in in terms of the hardware. It's kind of a difficult sell, like $100 controller perhaps, like potentially for like 10 minutes of gameplay. So right now it's only 10 minutes, but we're definitely considering additional scope depending on what the context of the actual gameplay looks like later.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the hardware design.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about that concept and maybe an element that was difficult when you were trying to get this sword rhythm hardware piece made.
Yeah, so when we decided we wanted to work on an alternative controller game, Arthur, who's our lead programmer, and we each brought in a couple different prototypes of just like things we had around the house, things we were interested in building off of. And one of the things that he brought in was this martial arts sword that he has used as a kid. And so we were trying to figure out what kind of controller we can make around that, and then what kind of game we can make with that controller. And so having the gyroscope was definitely key and was definitely a fun part of it. Get it just immediately, like once we had the gyroscope working, just like aiming it around. Like we just had a demo that was literally just like a stick that you were just slicing. We were like, this is fun. Just like opening the sword, getting like the feel of the visceral nature.
The quick draw,
a little bit of heft to the sword was definitely a fun part.
Can I have a feel for it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah. So I kind of hold it like a guitar. People hold it differently. But yeah, whatever works for you. So just like that.
I'm left-handed too.
Okay,
so.
yeah. That's the other thing. That was definitely one of our challenges. Is that holding it like a guitar, you have your right hand down on the switches, but intuitively you'd have the sword in your dominant hand. But like, even though I'm right-handed, I prefer it kind of like this, and maybe you do too. I don't know if you're
interesting.
But we also have a left-handed controller. We switch them out sometimes depending on people's preferences.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went through a bunch of different design iterations of the number of switches, the position and location of them, and also like the types of sensors we're using in terms of reliability and game feel. We went through a bunch of different iterations.
That's awesome. Well, again, this booth has been busy. Like you can't see the line behind me, but it's a decent sized line. And so, what's been the feedback you've gotten from the crowd over the weekend? Like, and maybe an interesting bug or tweak that you're looking to fix once the show's over.
Sure. Yeah. It's been really great. It's been nonstop line the entire show, and that's been the case everywhere we've exhibited. Bug or that's a good question.
Maybe not even with the hardware, but maybe like in the
Sure.
I don't know, like if something weird came up in the demo levels or something, you know.
Something we've still been implementing some changes on are when switching from like the left-handed controller to the right-handed controller. made some firmware changes on the sword itself so that the game knows which controller is connected and can mirror it. But then there's also we want to offset the angle of the gyroscope so that it feels natural to like hold it like neutrally and have it still be at a level that makes sense for playing the game. So that's something we've been working on is whether people like will hold it left-handed or right-handed, because people hold it differently. Some people hold it kind of down at their sides like a sword.
Yeah.
Some people hold it kind of up here. I kind of hold it like a guitar.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to find compromises for the ergonomics and the gameplay that makes sense for multiple use cases.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Again, a lot of buzz around this game. If you think this sounds interesting, looks interesting, wishlist it, look for it, and yeah, we look forward to seeing more from Sashimi Slayer.
Thank you so much.
Have a great PAX.